Back then, love was built. Today, love is borrowed. We used to fix relationships, now we replace them. Old love stayed through broken seasons. New love leaves during inconvenience. Old love wrote letters. New love sends you up. So the real question is, did love change or did we? Welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast.
How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at. 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour.
Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean that's a whole
you
nother
think so?
First and foremost, welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm a man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. Here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible, you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I cannot thank y'all enough. Merch stores open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter, Men Don't Know 1. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, or just hit me up on the email, Chris at mendontknow.com. Tay, my guy, question of the day.
It's good.
Old love versus new love. Okay. Did we lose the plot?
Yeah.
I mean, that old love energy is not perfect, not Instagram, but committed.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Are we less loyal or just more aware of our options?
Well, yeah. We're well more aware of our options for sure.
Like, I mean, but options doesn't mean they're good options. They're the right options.
Right.
Why? So why does it even matter?
It doesn't. But the fact that we have access to see what's out there, our attention span is so short. We're always looking for the next best thing if this doesn't work.
Yeah, but what if you have the best thing?
Well, I mean, at some point that best thing has shifted to something else, and that's why you're looking at other options.
I mean, I hear you and I understand it because we always want the shiny new toy. Mm-hmm. But the Ferrari turns into a Honda super quick. The Lambo turns into the Toyota
right
after a month. Like, you get over it and tired of wanting the new toy when you were perfectly happier with the Honda.
Right.
Did social media destroy patience?
Absolutely. And then we're always constantly comparing and contrasting, right? Looking at other people that put up their highlights. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is. It's all it is a preview.
Right.
And mind you, we've all seen a great preview to a shitty movie.
Right. Yeah.
We have. I'm being honest. We here to have some tough questions this year. We're not holding back. Are people quitting relationships too early?
Yeah.
Why?
Going back to the options for one, but for two, sometimes people just don't like looking in the mirror, right? And typically the mirror is that person that's sitting across.
Yeah, 100%.
He or she is going to tell you
100%.
what you need, and this is the ones that care, right?
Yeah. Did we learn too late that people being honest and upfront with us were the real ones and not the ones sugarcoating and being the
absolutely
the pick me or the yes men?
And that's and that even goes to friendships, right? You know, sometimes like you have your guys that don't tell you what you need to hear, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think it goes beyond just, relationships. It's also friendships.
Do we want marriage or just wedding photos?
I think we want weddings, but then it turns into photos and social media and all that. It always ties back to that. But I think deep down inside we do cherish companionship and weddings, but when it comes when shit hits the fan, we're looking another direction.
Do we miss
some
that?
Cases.
Let me ask you this: do people looking for relationships miss the 80s and the 90s?
I think so. I
Why?
think so. A lot of it is, lack of social media, phones. We were just free. We were living in the moment. We were, it was you and I, and we was
Yeah.
with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it was. We wasn't on the phone. We wasn't texting, right? We actually engaged in conversation back and forth. What'd you do today? How was your day? Did you hear about such and such? Because that's everything it was.
Yep.
Did you hear? Did you hear?
Yep.
You
got the note passing class.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so I think social
Damn,
media
you
is
remember
the
those
thing
days? And that's crazy. We were about to date ourselves, but those days where the girl hit you with the note while in the passing period.
Right.
And you felt all about folded
folded a certain way.
Yeah,
Hey.
like she was an origami expert.
You know what I'm saying?
That-
And then you had that shoebox filled
Oh,
up
man,
along with other novelty items you might have collected. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Hey,
man,
I won't go into details.
man,
but,
back in the day, like no, I mean, fuck, what happened?
bro, social media. Somebody said it. We always laugh about it. We joke about this, but we talking about music. Was something said like, why are the R&B dudes ain't begging for the women no more? And they said, well, because the link is in the bio. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta work
yeah.
there.
But I mean, dog, there's. But this is the thing though too. Mind you, let me fix my mic. I was talking to one of my homegirls, and we rarely get to catch up, and I don't know why. We both have the same weird schedule.
Yeah.
And she's over on the East Coast, and she's single, I'm single, and we are both talking about our dating history and like what's going on. And it's like, she was like, man, a man can't take that I work and I'm successful. And mine's like, I got the podcast and I'm busy, and
Right.
I don't know 9 to 5, and we were just going back and forth and we were laughing. It was like, damn, like you remember, like it was, you saw people in love,
Right.
because it was what they saw. Like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, that's 40 plus years. They've been together since 83.
Right.
They've been together 83, not married legally.
And they probably went through some real shit.
Over 40 years,
But
no
behind doors.
drama, no headlines, just consistency.
But you know what I'm saying? They back then though, they didn't get scrutinized publicly like that unless it was to get out. They had a chance to actually work through. Somebody has a problem, either they're running the social media, it's getting blown up, you know what I mean? And it's just all this drama. It's a whole nother outlet, as opposed to like sitting there with your companion and really talking through and work on it. And come out on the side.
Bobby Brown was married to Alicia Etheridge since 2012. Together much longer. Stood by his side through loss, rehab, and public scrutiny. She was rocking with him. That is just that old love energy. What was it? Not perfect, not Instagram, but committed.
Right. Yep.
Are we too far gone from it?
I don't think we're too far gone. We are gone. But
Yeah.
I don't think we're too far gone. I think we can course correct. You know, we just have to understand that social media is not the end all be all of everything.
What they say, old love requires sacrifice, new love requires stimulation.
Absolutely.
Like, why?
That's stressful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether you're a man or a woman, you always constantly competing without competing. Indirectly, it's weird. You're trying to make sure you're always on top.
Stimulation expires, but character doesn't. Like, and that's what I wonder sometimes. You sit back, man, and I'm the guy that is, what they say, I think a lot.
Yeah.
And it just, are we really looking for something that's even here anymore? And if it is it like finding gold or striking oil? Like, and I'm talking about that 80s, 90s love.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Today, it's, if you argue, maybe we're not compatible. If they struggle financially, I deserve better. If they don't text back in 20 minutes, it's a red flag.
Well, the text back is that's
But it is. But it's a thing.
No, it is. It is. It's phones have created anxiety, right? We all
yeah.
know everybody has their phone on them, right? So if you don't respond or you don't pick up this phone call, there's many different things that go through your head. And if you're not secure with yourself and your relationship, then all these, it's going to be the worst case scenario is going to creep into your head.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so, it just saying that, it kind of goes back to self. You need to work on and make sure you're secure with everything.
Yeah, you locked in
within.
with you. Are you happy with you before anybody else?
Right.
What they say, old love stayed broke together, built wealth together, grew into attraction, learned each other. New love wants finished products, wants emotional perfection, wants chemistry without character. Like how?
So when you say a finished product, is that gender specific or is it on both sides?
No, that's on both sides. That's on both sides. That's on both sides. A man wants his woman to look, act, and be a certain way. A woman wants a man to look, act, and be a certain way and take care of certain things. And so does a man.
So
I'll tell you this. One of my boys, he was on the podcast and he said it, so I could say it again. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel like this now. But he said, if I don't like what she's wearing, I told her go back upstairs and change. Right? How crazy does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds wild.
You see what I'm saying? But she wants you to pay for everything, be financially and emotionally and physically secure with you.
So I'm asking you a question.
Go ahead.
With that being said, is there I'm not gender, but is there an age where that conversation is truly being had? Are there women or men saying it in their 30s?
No, I think
are they not saying in their 20s? Because being complete in your 20s, it's crazy. That's a small percentage,
it's
crazy,
right? Crazy. An average millionaire is not built until they're in their 40s.
Right.
And once again, there's anomalies and there's different things that happen, but a true millionaire is not built into their 40s. I don't think men are really truly ready to date until late 30s. And I'm talking about after 35.
So has social created some type of false expectation from your 20s to your mid to late 30s? Or
I mean,
where we're like, and then you're dating in your 30s, right? So
yeah, I think we're not looking. I don't think people are honest in what they're looking for.
It's true, very true.
If you're looking to have fun and hang out, let me know.
Right.
But what are you really looking for? Like, are we kicking it, or you want to be one of many, or you want to be my only one? Okay. Because golf is a single man sport.
Right.
Basketball, you need a team.
Need a team for sure.
Okay. Old love, they survive fame, temptation, money, industry pressures, and social media evaluation. Denzel Washington, Pauletta Washington, married since 1983, still married today. Wow. Samuel Jackson, LaTanya Richardson, married since 1980, still married today. Angela Bassett, Courtney B. Vance, married since 1997, still married today. David Beckham, Victoria Beckham, married in 1999, still married today. These aren't just relationships. These are errors.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, they survived all those things, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I think things. Well, I mean, when you start back then,
mm-hmm.
and you're actually able to grow and cultivate your relationship without so much social media and public influence,
mm-hmm.
I think that helps the growth. And that's
people didn't have 200 options in their pocket.
Right. Exactly. Even
that one person in front of them, and they worked it out.
Right. You were forced to. You were forced to have those conversations, sit down. You didn't have a distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can just go on social media, whatever, YouTube, watch whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have distractions. You had to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
it's just, I don't know, man. I often think, I'm like, cool, social media messed it up.
Yeah.
How do we get it back? If you're saying we all want that 80s and 90s love. Because you know what? And I'll tell you, I think a lot more people want it than they even want to say it out loud. Because you look at all the concerts that are popping up, Ashanti, Ja Rule,
Yeah, they're coming
Nelly.
back. Yeah.
Dog, they're sold out. Janet Jackson.
A lot of music
New
is being
Edition.
sampled. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? With all the late 90s, 2000s.
No, but I'm talking about these acts are literally back.
Mm-hmm.
And these concerts are packed out.
Right.
They're doing R&B brunches. They're doing all these things where they're only playing 80s, 90s, and like first 3 years of 2000 music.
Right.
And
But
they're
the-
locked in.
But it's like, cause you know, it's nostalgic for us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it can help us, you know,
Yeah.
those that are single to kind of get that back and have that like-minded individual. But as it pertains to like this new generation or younger generation,
Yeah.
it may feel good in the moment, but then what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying?
Learn, build. Like, do you think anybody wants to build anymore?
I think people do want to build, but I
Mhm.
think it's more on an individual basis, and then you know it's maybe they're thinking that because of what social media has created
Yep.
and what these expectations are, is it worth it from a male's perspective? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Until I become a finished product, right?
Yeah.
But it's like those women that are asking for the finished product. What age range are those women? Or once I get to a point where I am finished,
Yeah.
am I looking at a more younger?
When I am finished is crazy. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Could you survive the 80s relationship with no DMs, no backups, no validation?
Well, we did.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
You know, like this.
Bruh.
I mean, we were part of the transition. We seen
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cell phones weren't a thing until what?
nah,
Junior, senior year in high school.
Not even a little bit, bro. And that was the time, bro.
Yeah.
That was the time.
And
That
that-
was the time.
And that was just cell phones just making phone calls, right? And text messages was like, what, 25, 50 cents
Yeah.
a text? Like, it was crazy, you know, receiving and sending. So, you know, even then it was limited communication, right?
100%.
Yeah,
Nah,
so-
you got what you got
Right,
when you got it. You really didn't get everything you thought you was gonna get.
right. And we had social media.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like that, but you had to have your camera with you, you know what I'm saying, or some type of recorder, and then you had to upload it. It was a process, right? So it wasn't instant like it is now, where you can just take a picture. And,
Was old love stronger, or did we just tolerate more because we had fewer options?
yeah, I think both actually. Love was
Okay.
stronger as a result of just having to deal with that individual and that person, and you're being intentional on choosing that person, right? Because you had a lot of
That word right there, intentional.
you had a lot more interaction. You had to deal with that person, right? And
Yeah.
and court them and date them seriously. You showing interest, right? And you know, I think that played a lot.
Yeah.
You know where we're at.
I like
you know,
that.
currently
All right.
from then to now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go one more question, and then we're gonna hop. Actually, we gotta hop on a call right now. I want to get. Oh, my phone just messed.
Boy, it's deep. What?
I mean, I'm here to have these deep questions, but because of the fact that everybody's trying to have these questions, they just don't know who they're gonna have them with.
Right. True.
Hello.
Jess, what's good?
Hi.
I'm here with Tay. Tay, say what's up, Jess.
Yes. What's good?
Hi.
Jess, you're probably one of my favorite callers and everybody's favorite callers because everybody, I feel like, mind you, Jess, you don't realize you and my guy Will have been on this show since 2020, 2021.
Okay.
And remember, it was downstairs. It was a debauchery. We were eating sushi while we was on the mic. It was just, it was chaos in understanding organization and really getting down to the shits. But so people have seen you guys last and grow through, you know, everything and hear at both of you guys' answers on a lot of things. And right now we're talking about old love versus new love.
Okay.
My question to you is, like, are we less loyal or just aware of, or more aware of our options nowadays?
Mm, I think we're just lazy, to be honest with you.
Damn.
Option C. I feel it.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I can totally see that and agree with that to a standpoint. I mean, does social media destroy our patience?
I don't think social media destroyed patience. I think that it gave people a false impression of what they're capable of acquiring.
I like that. Ooh, okay. That's facts. That's facts. Go ahead.
I just think because people see, oh, this guy is like maybe not that attractive and he's got this girl and she's like super hot or blah, blah, blah. And then like, that's great and everything, but you don't know what their relationship is like.
Yep.
You don't know what like a lot of things are going on there. If it's just like a situation of convenience, maybe she's okay knowing that he has various girlfriends or vice versa because he's not that good looking. I just feel like you never understand people's circumstances and people are really quick to judge things based off of what they see on social media because you and I have talked about this in just the form of people constantly think you and I get the same messages of like, oh, it always looks like you guys are just out having such a good time and this and that. And I'm like, we don't even like people. Like, what do you mean? I hang out with the same 10 people all the time.
They don't realize the same 10 or 15 people in the background 24/7. I get that.
But Jess, I want you to go into that laziness. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Motherfuckers is just lazy. Yeah.
But they really are because of the fact that I think we kind of started talking about this the last time I had seen you today.
Yeah.
But putting the effort in, it's like it's work, and I feel like people are really quick to give up on the working part. It does become, I want to say it becomes easier, but it's in that interim of before it becomes easy. Like, are people going to give up or really put that extra work and effort in? Like, I mean, it's very easy to go out and buy a brand new car, but think about what the worth is on a classic car when you put in those extra hours in repainting and the engine and everything else that you've done. You know, it makes it worth more.
What do they say? That old love energy is not perfect, not Instagram, but committed.
Right. And this is the thing is like, I don't think things are unrealistic. I feel like people are just like, oh, like, that's just your guys' relationship. Like, no, let me let you understand something. Could we split up and could he go find someone else? Absolutely. Could I go find someone else? Absolutely. On the surface, both of us could definitely be okay and make it work with whoever we want to. But the catch is you're making it work with who you want to. That doesn't mean it's
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you can make it work however you want, but it's always going to come to a head. There's always going to be things that you don't like. Like, we laugh about things sometimes because we have been together so long. And if you guys,
I tell people the story all the time. Y'all met on Wednesday, back together on Saturday, and he never left that fucking side. And I'm not mad at that nigga either. Like, sorry for cussing. But it just is like, there is nobody willing to stick it out anymore. Like, damn.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Though I feel like people have seen us from the beginning to now, but like nobody, I mean, with the exception of a handful of people, know like the ins and outs of like the rock bottoms that we've hit, or like the learning curves, or like the growing pains that we've had. Like, we haven't always meshed well. There's been things where like I was growing faster than he was and vice versa in different subject matters. And like, the man has the patience of a freaking, I don't even know.
Oh, we know.
Because
Trust
let me tell you.
We know.
But you know, like, it's,
we know.
I'm a lot better with my patience.
We know.
To get there. You know what I mean? Where I feel like he was automatically like that. And I try to tell like the girls that I talk to when they're just like, oh, I'm overrated, this and that. And it's like, yeah, I get it. I get feeling frustrated, but frustration is an emotion. You don't want to act off of emotion. Like, you're frustrated. I get it. You've been with homeboy for 10 years. You're going to get frustrated. But guess what? If you go be with somebody else, they're going to frustrate the shit out of you too.
Absolutely.
Once that little shimmer wears off. Like,
Yep.
that's just what it is. So you need to find somebody that you're willing to go through those negatives and see the ugly sides of that person
Man.
and just say, okay, like, we're going to work through it. But like you said too, though, you actually have to like the person. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like regardless of where we've gone up and down, we have definitely hit that part of life where we genuinely enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
We talk about everything.
Yeah.
We discuss everything. We have a good time. Like, we could be at home doing nothing all day and we're good with that.
Was it Bobby Brown and Alicia Etheridge? Married since 2012, together much longer. She stood by him through loss, rehab, and public scrutiny. Bobby Brown, everybody know Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And she stuck by him. Like, that shit don't happen no more.
No. But I mean, think
Like,
about
damn.
it as well. People trip out on you for having friends that you've had for that long.
I know.
So if people don't even want to engage in
Ooh,
friendships
that's a good
that last
question.
that long,
Yeah. Now, let me
how
ask
do
you
you
this.
expect
Yeah.
to have a relationship
I
that
guess
long?
this is a good question for me to ask you. Because I have long-standing friendships, do
Mhm.
you think if I meet a woman and she does not have at least one or two long-standing friendships like that, it's a red flag?
I think so, yeah.
Why?
Because she'll never be able to understand your level of commitment to things.
Bruh! You know what? I didn't think about that. Tay,
Or it'll
she's
take some
spitting.
time.
She's spitting right now. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that. The level of commitment you have to have a friendship for over 20 years.
Yeah, if somebody hasn't had friendship that lasts even 5 years, they're never going to understand what you deal with or what you put up with or what you put work into. There's times you think about it, I know you have different levels of friendship with different people, but there has been times in all the years that I've known you where we hardly ever talk. There's
Yep.
been times where we talk every single day.
Yep.
There's times where I'm the one that's always calling and texting you. There's times where you're always calling and texting me.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, even though we might not always be on the same page, one of us is always making the effort and the other one always allows the other person to still be the person that they are and accepts that.
That's facts. No, 100%. 100%. Like, I don't, you honestly don't think about it until we're having these conversations right now. As you said it, you're all like, the level of commitment you have to have as a person to have a friendship over those 10, 15, 20 years. That's a level of commitment.
But is it conscious? Like, have you ever, Chris?
Go ahead.
We've known each other since 7th grade.
Yeah.
Have you even given it like a thought of like, oh, I need to maintain this relationship, or it just organically just worked out to where we're, we boys, we rock out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think for men it's easier because it doesn't matter. We're always gonna grab hold and we're gonna leave where we left off and still build that friendship on the level that it is and what it will always be, and it will always gradually escalate and it could dissipate for a little bit, but it's always still there type of thing, But I think I never thought about that. I need to,
But you have to think about it too, Tay. Like, even when we're discussing relationships, like, okay, you've been friends with Chris for how many years?
Yeah.
Okay, years.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's times where you guys haven't hung out as much. I'm sure there's times where you guys haven't agreed on certain things, or where you feel like you're the one making more efforts to friendship, or he's making more effort, or whatever the case may be. But at any point, did you sit there and be like, I'm just going to replace him. Like, I don't need
Nah,
I don't need it.
Hell no.
Okay,
Yeah,
but- But that's somebody who is your friend. So what is it, and why is it okay for people to not put that exact same frame of mind to somebody that they're literally sleeping with, someone who's more intimate than your boy?
Damn.
No, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's a
and I
fair
don't know.
point.
Yeah, that's fair, and I can't answer that.
Yeah,
I
that's.
can't.
I mean, that's
I can't.
that's tough.
I can't.
That's tough, and
Yeah.
I feel like things can come off a little bit more harsh. I
Yeah.
think with somebody that knows you
Mm-hmm.
more on an intimate level.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously, Chris and I, like you said, like
Yep.
we go back, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know all the ins and outs in terms of like a relationship,
Yeah.
the things that he's shared with whoever he's been with, and opened himself up in that manner.
I don't think they last that long. I'm like 90 Day Fiance,
'cause it's
to be
like-
honest with you.
Because like your significant other, they know a lot about you, like you
Man,
said,
if they make
and
it-
they can
if
and
they
they
make
can
it.
cut you deep, and other friendships can as well.
Yeah, but
you
I
know.
mean,
But I agree with you, Jess. Like I think that energy should be applied for
yeah,
sure.
I like that.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people don't look at it that way. Oh, like, well, I'm not happy, so I'm going to break up with this person. Like, you're not 24/7 happy with your sister. You're not 24/7 happy with your boy.
Yep.
You don't always get along with your mom, but like when somebody is important to you or they're your family, you consider them your family. Like, no matter what, you're going to work things out.
Yeah,
I
it don't
feel
matter.
like people should just really not give themselves the option to like, oh, well, this isn't working out for me at the moment, so I'm just going to go find someone else. Like,
Yeah,
when is that ever going to stop then?
yeah.
You're always going to be doing that.
Facts. Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good
100%.
point. That's a good point. And,
100%.
and if the relationship has that openness to where, okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you know what my grievance is, and it's in a healthy space where it's gonna be received as that, and we're not like gonna leave each other, but we can actually hear each other out and look for a solution and kind of grow.
Yep.
And I think sometimes we get into these relationships where if you do file your grievance and say I don't like this, then automatically I'm like, all right, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm going out, right? So if there's not a safe space where we can have that back and forth conversation with leaving not being an option, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I think that's important.
Yeah, but leaving not being an option means two people, hey, look, we're going to figure this out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you can you feel comfortable going to that person, your significant other, and be like, hey, this upset me, this is why, and then work through that, right? Not with the option of leaving being on the table.
No, 100%. They don't like that. All right, Jess.
And I think it also.
Go ahead. No, finish. No, I want to hear what you say.
I was gonna say, I think it also has to do with the intent of why you're dating. We were just talking about this the other day.
Damn.
Like somebody was, I can't remember who the hell we were talking about, but they were together for 4 years. Oh, it was a movie I was showing Will. They were together for 4 years. The girl had her own money, her own business. She wanted to get married, and the guy was like, no. And she was like, so then what the hell are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you can't discuss that when you start off with somebody, like that's probably one of the things you should put on your checklist.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
100%.
For sure.
do you believe in marriage? Do you believe in being married forever? Like,
Let's have those
how
intimate
do you-
conversations first. Yeah,
right,
100%.
before you even get to that point of the
Yeah.
relationship.
Like,
And-
why
and-
waste my
Because it's-
time?
Right. It's really easy for, let's say, you're over marriage, Tay. You meet a girl who's like 100% there for you, but you guys never talk about it.
Mhm.
And then in 5 years, you guys have been together, and now she's like, oh, no, I want to be married. And you're like, oh, no, this is as close as I want to get. Y'all just wasted 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Damn.
Very true.
All right, Jess. I appreciate you as always. I'll hit you later.
That was hard.
All right,
Okay,
Jess.
bye.
Bye. Damn.
Hey, she always gonna give the real.
No,
You know what I'm
100%. And not even, and unapologetically.
Right.
Unapologetically. Turn this up. Nikki,
Hey,
how we doing?
we're doing good. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm here with my boy Tay. Tay, say what's up, Nikki.
saying? Hey.
Hey.
All right, Nikki, I have a question for you. I'm gonna
Okay.
go about this a different way.
Okay.
Now, the best part about this is you're single, right? Are you
Okay.
still single? Uh-oh. Did I lose her? Oh,
Yeah,
I lost
sound
her.
like it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I lost her. Let me call her right back. It sounded like I heard 3 beeps. Hey, I felt like I don't know how I just lost you, but you're back.
Okay. I'm here.
Okay. Let me. Are you still single? 'Cause you cut out right when I asked that question.
I am.
Okay. Okay. Now my question is, do you want that old school love? Like, and I'm talking about that love before cell phones, social media, like back in our day where you had to like pass a note through passing period type of love.
Yes. Like, where is that anymore? Is it even here anymore?
You know, we are trying to figure that out. I guess we were talking about like David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, been married since '99. So over 25 years. Denzel Washington, Pauletta Washington, married since '83. Still married today.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they survive fame, temptation, money, industry pressure, and social media evaluation. New love wants finished product, wants emotional perfection, wants chemistry without character.
Yep.
My question to you is, are we less loyal or just more aware of our options?
Damn, that's a good question.
I try.
You know what? I think it's going to be both,
Okay.
honestly.
Tell me why.
Because now, I mean, it's just like Google. Whatever you want is
Wow.
it's like on your fingers.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, it's like on the edge of your fingertips, you know? If you want to know something, you just type it in and there it is. Just like, you know, social media, or, you know, there's married men that have dating apps for bored. So, you know, they have these secret dating apps and they could just go find what they're looking for, you know, for a one night or whatever.
Yeah.
So
No, go ahead, finish.
so yeah, I mean, I think people are more tempted because it's so easily accessible.
Yeah. Yeah. Did social media destroy patience?
No, I don't think so.
Are people?
I think it just
No. Go ahead. You think it's just what?
I think it just gives people options too easily.
Are people quitting relationships too early?
Yeah, they are.
Damn. Okay, let me ask you this: why?
Because
Have you quitted too early? Let me ask you this: have you ever quitted a relationship too early?
She knew that was coming.
you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I won't even start a relationship because I'm just too scared. I know it's out there, you know?
That's fair. Do you still want to get married?
No.
Damn, really? I thought you still would want to have gotten married.
I mean, yeah, yes and no. Like, yes, but then it's just like, I feel like relationships now, it's like more of a liability, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little pessimistic.
Let me ask you this: could you survive a relationship without social media, without backups, without no validation?
Oh, absolutely.
Damn, really? Why? I need to know.
Because I feel like if you're happy in your relationship, like, why do you don't really, I mean, I'm not even in a relationship, and like there's days where I'm like, I don't even want to get on my socials. Like, I just don't even care. Right? I mean,
Yeah, no, you're 100%. Now let me ask you this: could you make the sacrifices needed for like that old love?
Yeah, like I want my man to come to my house and just show up, you know, instead of texting me. Like, just show up at my house and surprise me with dinner, you know.
Damn, you're okay with the unannounced pull up if that's your man?
Yeah, I mean, if I have nothing to hide, right?
I mean, no, 100%. You know what? I agree with you. You know, as crazy as it sounds, yeah. What, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, together since 1983, never married legally, over 40-plus years, no drama, no headlines, just consistency. Old love energy.
I love it. You know what? Like, my sister, she's been with her fiance since 2000. So, like, what, 26 years?
Yeah, 26 years.
They have no, like, legal, I mean, it's not legal, but
They're
their
not going
relationship
anywhere.
is
They're not going
yeah,
anywhere.
I mean,
I'll tell you right now.
I mean, they have, bought big purchases together,
Yeah.
and then there's people that I work with that have that title. They're married, and they're screwing around at work.
Yeah,
So
see?
what is that title really doing, right?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I just. Is there a chance for? I just think everybody. I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people got in relationships that they didn't necessarily want to get into,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're looking for that old love that they miss, and they're out of the relationship. And I think really, everybody right now is looking for somebody. Like I think relationships. I want to say anybody that gets in the relationship after like their 30s, early 30s, they're looking for something long term because, I think if they say they're like, and trust me, I think if a man tells you like, no, I'm looking for something long term, like that's a man that already knows like, hey, if you're not here, if you just want to mess around and play around, cool, that's just not me, and I respect you for it. But I'm looking for something long term, and if that's not what you're into, please leave because we're gonna have our ups and downs. We're gonna fight, but I need to know that you're committed. Do you think women are committed as they say they are nowadays?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I feel like it's very cultural. I really do. I do.
Okay.
Because I think that everybody is just raised so different.
100%.
And I really think it's kind of how you're raised. I mean, what were you taught growing up?
Yeah.
What did you see? Did you see a healthy relationship?
Yeah.
Are your parents still together? I mean, things happen, parents divorce, but like I think a lot of it is your roots.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I like that.
Yeah, so I mean that's my thoughts, I mean there's men that are so committed, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of women are kind of like men nowadays,
Oh, we know. We know. Go ahead.
That's
no offense,
No, you're good.
but you know how men could be, and I see some women and I'm like, damn, like really, like that. I mean, everyone's just built different, though.
All right, Nikki, we appreciate you. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to text you later, though. I appreciate you.
Okay, for sure. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
No, she's right.
Yeah.
Let me see if we can grab one more. Let's see if we can grab Stacy real quick. See if she is free. Then we'll get out of here.
Hello?
Stacy, how we doing?
Hi, Chris.
I'm here with Tay. Tay, say what's up, Stacy.
Stacy, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Stacy, I have a question for you. You think people are still wanting old love in this new love era?
Tell me what the new love is, because I have no idea. I'm still stuck in, explain this to me.
Okay, today's love is if you argue, maybe we're not compatible. If they struggle financially, I deserve better. If they don't text back in 20 minutes, it's a red flag. New love wants finished products, wants emotional perfection, wants chemistry without character.
That's very unrealistic. That's super unrealistic.
I mean,
and that's, to me, I don't know, relationships, marriage, it's not sunshine and rainbows. You're not going to have perfection. You're going to have your partner in every flawed possible way. And yeah, I mean, we all want consistency from our partner, and you want financial stability and all these other things. But that's not everything is going to be perfect. And I feel like you have to be realistic to grow with your partner through those kinds of things. So to me, that's just not very realistic.
Do you think people nowadays want marriage or wedding or just wedding photos?
Oh, wedding. Yeah, for sure, wedding. I think it's like, I don't know, people do some crazy stuff with their weddings. I get it. Like, you want a whole big thing, but I feel like people chase, I feel like people are always trying to level up to what they see someone else doing with their wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, save that money and get yourself a house. But I feel like people are wild with their wedding. So I think it's more just the wedding and the show of everything people want, for sure. I mean, that's what I'm seeing.
Do you think we'll ever get back to that old love era?
I don't know. I think, I mean, I see it more like I grew up seeing what, or if you're quoting it, like the old love was.
Yep.
I grew up seeing that with my parents,
Yep.
and like I've had marriages around me that have been that old love and have survived through all that stuff. And so I feel like people want what they're used to seeing. So if you're seeing how the world is now and that quote new love, then people I feel like want that. But if you're used to seeing the old school love like our parents had, or that they worked through shit, they made it happen and they didn't just conform to how everything is now,
Yeah.
then I feel like it just depends on what you see and what you really want. I mean, don't get married if you're having unrealistic expectations, because you're just setting yourself up for failure, really. And that's why our divorce rates are so high, because people want this like facade of what they think is right, and then they don't get it, and then they just try someone else, and then they're married 2, 3, 4 times. So
Do you think people married who they look good with and not who they wanted to chill with 24/7?
I don't know. I think the people around me marry who like their friends are, like who they can be around and not be super sick of, you know? That's just, I feel like my friends are like that. I mean, I think some of my friends are with people that they look better than, and they might be too good for, like look wise. But then I look at that and I'm like, no, it's the person that they are, and they treat them good and they make them happy. So my group of friends, I feel like, are with people because they genuinely like love them and want their company and enjoy being with them. And if you're with somebody for just if you look good together, that's a red flag. It's not going to work.
Well, as simple as this was, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, Stacey. I will text you later, all right?
All right. Have a good night, you guys.
All right, later.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, man, Tay. Man, let's get up out of here. Old love wasn't easy. It was intentional. You didn't leave because you were bored. You left because something was broken beyond repair. Now, we leave because we're uncomfortable. We leave because someone liked our story. We leave because we think we can do better. But here's the truth. You don't build 30-year love by chasing butterflies. You build it by staying when the butterflies die. So I'll ask you this. Do you want excitement or do you want legacy? Because you rarely get both without work. First of all, I want to thank everybody for listening. Where you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible. You downloaded that Mendono podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Mendono, Twitter at Mendono1. Shoot me an email, Chris@Mendono.com, or hop on the Mendono.com website and shoot me a message. Tell my guy we are out. Cheers.